I can.
Right. It's the end of this place. Minotaur Rose.
I'm gone.
Got that worm thing. We are. Can we go back here now? What is this heavy breathing? Was that her?
This is
Is
my
still
kind
here?
of work.
Go over here now.
Follow my steps. Let's head out.
Pretty good, aren't I?
There's a puzzle here. Did we explore everywhere first? Explore everywhere first.
Let us be careful.
Heavy breathing nearby. Oh, not being in this door.
I shall not fail.
Oh, Doggo died. Neo. Lan, David. Whoa, is this
We should.
Bummerak? Is that the same Bummerak? Oh my god, no way.
No reason to pause.
Same rock. Squawking in delight, a large rock enters the jail. It's fidgeting with a bloodied gold ring in its clawed fingers, muttering lovingly. You thought he could hide it from Bummerak, didn't you? But the rock saw you swallow it, foolish little human, and she took it. She pulled out your gutsies and took it. Shiny! Upon noticing you, the rock startles and hisses angrily. You! Bummerak knows you! Why are you here? You want the rock's treasures. Claws off! You can't have them. What are you doing here? Bummerak's voice becomes excessively proud. What? You thought that the rock wouldn't find a good master? The rock is strong. No one wants her to serve them. They made her guard the prison, let her torture useless humans. Oh god. She pecks their funny little eyes out, then slices them up with her sharp talons, and when no guards are around, Bummerak can sneak into a cage and eat all the shrieking meat inside. She pats her belly, which is visibly bloated. Who are you? I don't remember you. She clucks in outrage. You don't remember? You came to the Molten Scar and ruined the important task that Xanthe the Plague One gave to the rock. You took the humans Bummerak was making into demons, then you killed Xanthe the Plague One. Now the rock will never get mythical power, and you, nasty mortal, don't even remember. Now you're trying to steal the rock's shinies. Oh Jeff, what kind of shinies? Do you have lots of them? Lots of them. More than in your dreams. You won't get so many in 100 years. Here, look. She reaches under her wing, but catches herself and wags her clawed finger at Woljif. Ah, clever. You want me to put all my treasures before you so you could then, yoink, snatch it away. Not happening. The rock is smart. The rock won't fall for that again. Then he I see, I see. Very interesting. Again, you said, you have fallen for it before. Tell me, how many times have that happened before you noticed a pattern and stopped being fooled by this trick? I need this data for science. I promised to mention you in my encyclopedia. Well, Romarak, you'll write a book about the rock? That's good. About time. They write science about the other demons, why not write rock science? Let's see. One rascal nabbed my ring after I showed it to her. Another sneak ran off with a handful of my gems. She thinks for a moment, ticking the thefts off on her talons. Then my dagger got stolen, then the wand, then the golden toad. After that, the rock got smart. She doesn't show off her shinies to any old schmuck, but she would advise against it. You should write all that in your science. I don't have time for you. Running away, are you? You can't run from the rock. I see you have many shinies. Bummerak will have them all. Bummerak comes at you with a belligerent squawk.
Can we retreat already?
15. Fight. Bummerak. See your own. Aww. Finally died. Dawnflower's kiss. Oh, it's that sword for that lady, the ghost.
Tread lightly.
Well, time is coming to an end.
Rely on me.
Hey, you gonna... what? Say anything?
Lead on.
Okay. In here, guys.
I'm gone.
Bugger off. Okay.
Together, we stand.
The transparent skin stretched over bones and half-gnawed fingers indicate that the prisoner died of hunger. Oh.
Follow my steps. Let's head out.
We've been through every single room. Turn his sword to this lady.
We will win this war.
Hey, lady. Show her Dawnflower's kiss. Is this the sword you were talking about? Cecily extends her trembling hand toward the blade. Vile monsters! The once blessed blade! What have they turned it into? Will you let me be the spark that will drive away the evil that has tainted it? You can kill the spectre with the sword, corrupt the sword. Atone for your sin, purify the sword. Spirit. With a sad smile, Cecily speaks in a surprisingly clear, pure voice. You are a true hero. May your bones not languish in this labyrinth, and not join the myriad others.
I will help where I can.
Oh, yeah. Deals additional holy damage. And if you get a crit, the wielder gets an extra attack. with their maximum attack bonus for 1 round. Wow. On a crit, you basically become hasty.
A bright future
On top of
awaits us.
haste, another attack. The next round. Let's go back. Rest here if you want to. Yeah, the doors have not opened. There are puzzles down here. Yeah, the areas I missed. For this middle section here. Anything around here? Or is there supposed to be a gap there? Mini map. Get a mini map. I do the puzzles then. I don't know if there's anywhere else to explore. Place is a bloody labyrinth.
Tread lightly.
Try and start doing some of these puzzles. I don't know if there's any more clues though. Okay,
Rely on me.
what we got? Got 4315. Possibly.
You can handle them, right?
The web keeps hitting you again now. Hold position here because some of us can't move. Down, down. That wasn't the right code anyway.
Are we ready to move out?
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
My tail is restless.
6054. Try that. Hey, correct. Cool. Four scrolls, level 5 scrolls, level 9 scroll and level 9 scroll. Nice.
Who, me?
I'm gone.
Did the top left. There's one in. There's one pool of. In the room with the pool of blood. Northeast.
The road. Our duty calls.
Get rid of it, exhaustion anymore. No, I think we're gonna have a rest. Like a few more. Got no more spells left. Some heals there, some moving really slow. That's the problem.
Everyone counts on me.
Let's get to the exciting part.
No reason to pause. Together we stand. We will win this war.
Right. The other code was 4315. Excuse me.
Let's have some fun.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cover me, all right?
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking. Is this a mock fight?
Shit, we're confused. Oh, you're confused. Oh, he's confused. Run.
Oh, the waiting's never fun. Oh, skip the pleasantries.
It's not the
I
right
will
code
help where I
either.
can.
Rules are made to be broken. Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Evil.
Rely on me.
What else we got? This is a 6 long one, I think. Starts with 0, ends with 5. So it has 5 rays. First I was empty, then I was filled with 3 rings. Zero, 3. Was filled with 3 things. Wisdom, guild, and my star has 5 rays. And the 6th is I.
No reason to pause.
Yeah, just get out of here. Good puzzle. Let's do the other puzzle first. Northeast room. I think the other one's just that. I think that other one in the pool room, the blood. It's like a longer one, and we don't have all the pieces yet. Puzzle to the northeast somewhere. Really? What bloody room was it again? It wasn't here. The inheritor. God, I can't remember where the puzzle was again. Oh, yeah. In this corner.
A bright future awaits us.
So 4315.
Yet another obstacle.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
Recording now. Yeah, yeah.
Is this a mock fight?
Need XP for killing them.
I welcome your company.
Anything new?
Nauseated permanently. Hang on.
Together we stand.
That isn't the answer to either of them. Any three of the puzzles. Where did I get that one from?
Let us be careful.
Missed me already? If you insist.
One right after we got out of the red tunnel. Six 0 5 4. Which was the answer to one of the puzzles. The answer to this one as well.
The
eh?
waiting's never fun.
The road awaits.
Rules are made to be broken.
We will win this war.
Try that one on this one as well. Same code. 6054.
They will break against our
People
resolve.
respawning. peaceful killing them. What is this noise in it when they dive, scream and back in again? Is that a setting? That is so annoying. Proof Crusade loading times. What is that? Annoying the hell out of me. Sound? What is that sound? It's like the character's like not loaded when they're outside the view, and as soon as they come back into view, they're loaded again. Whew. Why have longer loading times and just load it all, man? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, back to here, boo. Six, 0, 5, 4. Ain't really damage. No. Do anything to Avery. She like switch damage reduction. $25 reduced to 0. Holy shit, she's quite tanky actually. If I wear that cloak, she get even more damage resistance. And if I wear that cloak, Avery gets even more damage reduction to your mythic rank. Oh my god. Holy shit, she can be really super tanky. She's got 40 already. Oh my god, she's like super tanky. Quite a bit of damage from the breath attack. Quite frequently now. If there's anywhere else to go around here. Bloody Labyrinth. Let's just explore with Avu. Get familiar with the place. See if there's any more doors that we haven't opened up. I think we've been everywhere. This is the main entrance again. Okay. Nothing out here. So, secret room. There's that obelisk somewhere. Where is that obelisk? Activate when we go near this area. Is it active? Cursed. Will saving throw failed. Yeah. What happened to her? Obelisk of Crushing Despair Aura. Activates when I go over this area. Near this area. I swear there's some place down here with me. Yeah. That's for sure. There. Here. Yeah, this is where I'm being. Ah, this thing going by. We went down here. I think for this area. Found another door. Okay. We land there. We go this way here.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
You Abu. Ah. He has enough athletics. Button. Can we find the button? Activate them all. That bolt. C1. Okay, I'm gonna bring one else.
Tread lightly.
So I'm moving slow, I'm not gonna get there.
Observe the others. Learn from their mistakes before they learn from yours.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I agree.
thing to disable it. Might be. We need Ivory for this. Oh god.
Oh, yes, what?
Right. Stop the borders as well. No. I'm not getting over here in time. I'm putting myself there. More these statues. Can I bolt again?
Fine.
Baphomets and holy symbols covered in the blood of the innocent who was sacrificed before it. Hello? Ah! Svenda. You. Cleric. Maybe more different, yeah.
Tactical retreat! No?
Okay.
This will leave a bruise.
Fucking hell. Fear. Alright, she's super fast. But being feared by Evu.
Distract them from me!
Pinajai Dreamslayer. Cast Phantasmal Killer on Ninium. And secured her. Death magic.
I will help where I can.
what?
No reason to pause.
Unless there is.
Fighting for a righteous cause
Don't
is
mind
certainly
me.
different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody
Nice to see
and performed
you.
with many
Rely
desires.
on me.
I'm ready to move out.
Always be ready for the worst.
A bright future awaits us. Lead on. We will win this war. This will leave a bruise.
That bastard did it again.
Smile.
You require
The
my
world's
unbiased
not
opinion.
ending just yet.
I will help where I can.
Missed me already.
Ask nicely.
Oh, yes, what?
Probably should just go rest.
My tail is restless.
Let's lure them to us.
A bright future awaits us.
Hey. Can I have some? Got any sweeties? More books then. Grimoire of the Beasts. Should you wish to be granted Baphomet's blessing, conduct this ritual that honors the deeds of the Lord of Minotaurs. First, prepare the hollow skull of a bull and a sacrificial drink to be imbibed before the ritual. Your best choice would be filling a cup with fresh blood from a jugular vein of a being who died in agony, consuming this nectar immediately. Once in a place where your cup won't be disturbed, be still, bound in the chains of contemplation. In honor of Baphomet, who likewise awaited the coming of his hour within the Ivory Labyrinth. Remain motionless for half 100 and another 5 minutes. To match the number of unholy curses Baphomet sent upon Asmodeus during the time of his imprisonment. Then bring your face close to the skull and whisper in its bowels 100 epiphanies and observations that came upon you. By the example of Baphomet, who found his path to freedom through attention to the smallest of details. If you perform the ritual precisely as described, thus proving yourself in the name of Baphomet, the Demon Lord's favour will be bestowed upon you. No maze will mislead you, and your mind will become stronger against confusion and madness. Oh, a nice book. Thank you. The dragon. Nice books. 3 more books. I like that book. Baphomet the Uncaged. We are all children of Baphomet. Read this and pass it on. As everyone knows, our Lord has shown time and time again that he values cunning and deftness above all. For us mortal weaklings, cunning alone cannot suffice. If you wish to serve Baphomet well, learn patience and tenacity, for they will aid you in the hour when it seems like even your devious mind is powerless before a gloating foe. When Asmodeus branded our Lord and threw him into the Ivory Labyrinth, all the odds were against Baphomet. Shamed and drained of all strength, consumed by hatred and thirsting for revenge, he wandered the halls whence, and as the gods of devils assumed, none could hope to find a path to freedom. For countless years at his hooves stomped the bone floor, diligent rather than dismayed. Baphomet searched every crevice, every defect, and every imperfection of the devilish construction. And when Asmodeus had already forgotten about his prisoner entirely, and every other prisoner would have submitted to his fate, our Lord struck a humiliating blow by escaping the Ivory Labyrinth and taking his derelict prison with him. And to this day does Asmodeus' seal burn on our Lord's brow, not as a brand of disgrace, but as a reminder of the day when Baphomet put a deity to shame. In the name of that very feat do we call ourselves the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth, honouring the former prison of our Lord that became Baphomet's dominion and home to his sacred minotaurs. Remember this when you head out on the mission. Wait for the right moment or suffer through hardships. Stay patient, stay alert, and stab them in the back where they least expect it. Hail Baphomet with deeds insidious and covert. Hail him, hail him, hail him forevermore. The circle of loyal Templars. Hey, is that meat done yet? That thing's been tenderized enough, yeah. Hey, Sylvan. How you doing? Oh, sir, I've got to eat you now. Do it back. Did not last forever. I did. It's got dispelled. We'll just go rest. Let's go from here. No.
Don't mind me.
We will win this war.
Oh, me?
It's fastest.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Who's not Avery? Avery doesn't trigger the blade in that fight. Oh guys, we need to rest.
What's over there?
Exhausted this still there. All exhausted.
I shall not fail. I'm gone.
Guys, get back to bed. I didn't do any damage.
Follow my steps.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
I didn't do anything.
Are we in trouble yet?
Stress guys. Might as well. All just exhausted all the time. Be annoying. Get dog back. Maybe let's swipe stronger. Damn it. Scroll swiping skill. To religion. Kinda. If you do that. And I can do this. I can't swipe. I forget the scrolls. It's the armor one, isn't it? What? We travelled in a flying ship? Are you sure? I was arranging my drafts and became distracted. Forgotten everything again? Too bad that travelling with us isn't worth remembering. Hey, I miss these conversations with Nenio. I'll go back. Come on, let's kill this lady.
Let's head out.
Move them back as
Let us
usual,
be
guys.
careful. Tread lightly.
Together, we stand.
Anything
Should we
new?
level Ninny up then? Oh, no. Oh shit, I want to change your spells. Change Ninny's spells. I'm gonna level her up. I'll read at it. Decide what we're gonna actually do with her. Changing any of spells. Let's do Shadow Conjuration and Evocation.
Oh, yes, what?
Okay. Shades. Create a Shadow Evocation. bunch of spells. What do again? Fortitude. No, Phantasmal Putrefaction is pretty good. But we could do Shadow Evocation heightened. Can't you get Dimension Door through? I was doing Fireball, but you can do heightened. Wait, she like Shadow Evocation? Where's Shadow Conjuration? Greater Shadow Conjuration. The level above, so should be level 4, shouldn't it? Shadow Evocation, Shadow Conjuration. Scribe any scrolls as well for that. Level her up.
You are my
No,
favorite
let's
egg.
go. 4 leveling Nenio. Keep up save. 4 leveling Nenio. I'm not too familiar with her and I don't want to do this wrong.
You require my
Can't
unbiased
respect
opinion?
anymore. Need to get that Shadow Conjuration. Could be any level spell, yeah. Shadow Conjuration there, level 4. Didn't get. Other important ones I didn't get. Go full on fire with her, shall we? Fire spells you cast out of save DCs increased by +1 if I do fiery body. Lower level spells. Fireball. She ain't got burning arc, is she? Oh, she has. Still learn. Level 3 will be fireball. Mechanic Storm at level 4. Let's ally zone. Can I get Firebrand though? Controlled Fireball? Sirocco, those are good fire spells you ain't got yet, but they are the main ones. Yeah, we'll go for that, and then fiery body for now. $19. Elemental focus. Oh, we did acid, we doing acid spells. Then I think we should do fire. Mythic. Ascendant element. To pick an element. We did elemental focus. Acid. We'll go fire then. Fire. Kind of ruin that feat then. Oh. Powerful shadows. Again, let's just leave that for now. We've picked
I'm always open to ideas.
that spell level 4. I just wanna try some things out for now. acid spell. A little acid arrow. Definitely prefer a spontaneous caster to a wizard for your prepare spells. 5d6 and then 1d4 plus 1, 5 missiles, 5d4 plus 5. That's 20, that's right. 5 to 30. With that fortitude save halves the damage.
Are we ready to
What
move
is it
out?
coming? Fortitude save is 23. We're good to know there. Let's do magic missile then. It's always going to be 5d3 damage. 5 to 15. Magic missile is a bit more. Magic missile, main offensive spell. Always good. Your images for yourself, Nenio. Bunny Arc's good. Level 3 will just heighten Bunny Arc, maybe? Got Fireball. Reflex for half. 5d6, 5d3 and 15. Reflex for half. 10d6. Allies do. Let's try heightening. We'll get favorite meta magic bolster, will we? Shadows. We need to get Ascendant Element now. Damn, what did we pick? Oh, we should have got Elemental Barrage, man. Ah, fuck that up. Shadows and need Ascendant Element Fire for sure. And then it's between Shadows and favorite meta magic bolster. Let's just try this instead for now. It's level 3. Spell now deals 2 more points of damage per die roll to all its targets. Additionally, all enemies within 5 feet of the spell targets are also dealt 2 damage per die the regional spell. So the die in this is d6. So if it was doing 10d6, it's now doing 12d6 because the spell does 2 more points per die rolled, and extra 2d6 to all targets within 5 feet of the original spell target. All enemies didn't affect allies though. If it didn't affect allies, it still wouldn't affect allies. Try that out. Displacement. Shadow Conjuration. DC32. And I'm gonna try this for now. Can you bolster shadowy evocation? No.
Anything new?
Level 1, 2, 3 spell. The bolstered one. Displacement. Blinding ray. Dimension door mass. Level 4. Displacement lead. 7, 8. We're doing shadow conjuration. 9 we're doing shade. 8 we're doing shade. 6 in there. 5, 6. Let's try that.
what? I agree.
We'll go fire though, if you ascending element. Are we doing fire? We can't bolster these shadow spells though anyway, so it's shadows over bolster, shall we? Yeah, what's the point? No point then, is there? Say morale changed. Whoa. Oh, it's because it's dungeon oil.
You require my unbiased opinion?
We leave. Shall we leave and come back?
You are my
In the
favorite enemy.
crusade.
Let us bide our
Are we ready
time.
to move out?
Save. Oh, save again. I'm gonna do Ascendant Element Fire, even though I fucked up the other spell. Oh well. I did a picked Elemental Focus Acid. Oh yeah. Oh well.
Anything new?
And I should have got Elemental Barrage, but Ascendant Element Fire. And powerful shadows. Impulsive, yeah. Would have done that if there wasn't elemental barrage. You can't bolster those anyway. I didn't know. Yeah, we were going to do that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, what?
Should we on the crusade? Crusade now. Morale's going down. Okay, we're getting out of here. Come crusade. Just later. Oh, we're gonna have to risk. Fish is airing his bit.
We should prepare.
I mean, to bro with this like forever until they expire.
I'm all ears.
By your side for 10 minutes. Still here. The 7A went wrong. It's here forever now.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
We're gonna have to name him. We call him Jeff.
Always be ready for the worst.
there anything we can do? Okay. Done here. Yeah, I'm just checking on the crusade. Some rounds going down for some reason. Are we under attack? I mean. What? 6. Because of this thing. I'm back here anyway, so. So I'll send my army that way now. Okay, so it is. Okay, let's go rest fish there. I thought like one of our places was under attack. We spent too long in this place. Right, let's go rest. Finish this place off now. Yeah, I'm gonna do ascending element 5. Let's just try route this deck. I'm still not 100% what I'm doing with you. I think I fucked you up a little. Can't respect you now. Oh well.
But really, what's it like? Like an ordinary human organ? Or is it like a lizard's? Is it forked? By my reckoning, it should at the very least be longer than a normal human's.
Alright, give over, you've won. Look, you happy now? Perfectly normal human tongue.
Well, now thinking you're thinking of something else there, Dave.
Follow my steps.
I'm always open to ideas.
Right. This lady. These puzzles. Oh, I did whatever. Oh, I've got to look them up, man. Yeah. A little time, but I'm gonna look them up. Music.
Let's head out.
Let's go.
Let us be careful.
Right.
Tread lightly.
Guys, all stay here. So buff up.
I shall not fail.
You require my unbiased opinion? Let's explore.
Right. Dog. You algorithm? I think dog algorithm. I think Avery does. And then the best human.
Are we in trouble yet? What's over there?
Humanoid?
Yet another obstacle. Did you see that? Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Cover me, all right?
I just found this shit around here. Where's that lady? Killer? Yeah. Anything interesting there? Okay. I'll take that as a dexterity damage.
Are we ready to move out?
Cursed.
Oh, the waiting's never
curses.
fun.
Avery, can you remove curses? You're cursed. You're cursed, Avery. Hey. 32, nice. He's good at dispelling. He's really good with magic. Really.
Skip the pleasantries.
Some decks. It's fine. Dex is down a lot though. Restoration on you.
Rules are made to be broken.
Heal up. Someone's all just been cursed. Dog. Fine. What's this? Angel's Heart? Oh my god. Amulet? Oh my god, is that the Hand of the Inheritor's Heart? He ripped it out, isn't he? It's like still alive though. What in the fuck? This amulet grants us wearer a 30-foot aura that can be activated. All allies, a +1 bonus to armor. Huh, allowing them to ignore any damage reduction on attacks against demons. What? Can only be active a number of rounds equal to 10 plus charisma modifier. Allies. Oops. Typo. Allies. My allies. Turn the Hand of the Inheritor's Heart. Turn it. Isn't he dead? To get his heart ripped out? Oh. I found a random heart. I should turn it into lost property. You probably need that. Oh, what's the mean? Oh, it's just that. Oh, yeah, there's a room up there.
Let's head out.
Again. Dini. He didn't do anything. He didn't even do anything. Can't seem to.
Our duty calls.
Adamantine golem.
A bright future awaits us.
The drooling Demodan stares at you dully.
Lead on!
An unfinished golem with small gems installed inside. Aldepash. Baphomet the Imprisoned. I just read this. We read. This is a different one. I think we already read this as well. So Baphomet tried to steal Asmodeus' staff for Lemashtu, his beloved. He was betrayed by his beloved mistress, though. This world looks so old, it might crumble to dust at a single touch. Bed is covered with old mouldy sheets that haven't been changed in a long time.
This is my kind of work.
The shelf was full of rare arcane tomes, so ancient that even dust rests on them is priceless. And the basics of sin magic. The roots of sin magic are in the 7 virtues of rule laid down by the Archmage Zin, sovereign of the Thessalonian Empire. Okay, I think we read this one as well. Metamorphosis. In the strongest mages. Roon Lords of Thassilon. The 7 Roon Lords of Thassilon. Evil corrupt. Undead was this dissected with great skill and care.
No reason to pause.
The pages of this book are hopelessly ruined. It is no longer possible to read it. However, the soothing aura around it persists despite Baphomet's minions' best efforts. Interesting thing.
It is no trouble.
Okay then. Let's get this lady for you.
We will win this war. On my way.
On my way. The room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. Words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. The corpse pauses to clear its desiccated throat. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to and why he hadn't shown up yet. Don't be shy, have a seat, eat to your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business standing up now, do you? And we do indeed have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aldapash, Roon Lord of Wrath. All the Roon Lords use some magic to make them undead, so they live forever as well. You are the Roon Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and a conqueror, the great tyrant of Bakrakan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand. Many millennia have passed, and all of them I've spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galarian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. Wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all beside the point. The guards tipped me off that you'd barged into this prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you since. Then you're a marvellous find. I've long been looking for a sufficiently old but sentient undead specimen to test my theory about the onset of post-mortem senility. You-hoo, Mr. Mummy, we're going to run a few cognitive tests. I'll say a word. The rest of Ninia's monologue is drowned out by Aldapash's creaking laughter. Just be, young lady, I am in no danger of going senile. But I like you. Remind me of an acquaintance of mine. It's been such a long, long time. She was good, both at work and... But this is no time to reminisce. And even less so for the experiments. Rumours about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumours fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again about the time you took Dresden from the demons, or about the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. You feel the dead eyes fix their gaze upon you. A child of two great peoples of Galarian, eternal neighbours and rivals. Humans and elves. I thought one of them would surely eradicate the other in so many millennia. But no, they live side by side, even having little ones together. Back in my time, no one would have even entertained such a thought. Galarian has greatly changed my absence, I see. Know more about you? By all means, I see no reason not to tell you. I got some impressive stories to share. I was a great tyrant in life. The good folk were scared witless of me. And in death, as you can see, my power is nothing to sniff at. I continue my explorations on magic, a kind that your generation knows nothing about. Go ahead, my dear, ask away. He gives you a benevolent smile. My dear. Tell me more of your great accomplishments. They don't teach you youngsters anything these days. Then listen well. 10,000 years ago there was the great empire of Thassalon, and no nation of today could hold a candle to its glory. It was led by Emperor Zin in accordance with the 7 virtues of rule. His reign was long but ended in tragedy. Zin was deposed by 7 stewards who then split Thassalon between them. Including you. The ancient empire of Thassalon existed in the waning years of the Age of Legend, and occupied parts of what today are now the nations of Erysia, the hold of Belxen, and the lands of the Linorm kings. While its power was great, struggles for control within the nation were near constant. It was finally destroyed by the devastation of the Earthfall. All that now remains are mysterious runes scattered throughout its former territories. They twisted the virtues of rule for the sake of their ever-growing power and created the magic of the 7 vices. By the way, those spells of yours, all those silly schools, they were all based on our concepts. Even you lot have lost track of their substance, the power itself, over the centuries. These 7 great mages of yore called themselves the Roon Lords, the first of whom was me, Aldapesh, Lord of Bakrahan, Roon Lord of Wrath. Created the 7 schools of magic. I'm not going to list all my deeds, that would be boastful. Let's just say I've spilled enough blood to fill all the rivers on Galarian, and the tears my actions brought could feel the same thrice over. Yes, my reign was grand and glorious, and they would tremble at the mention of my name for many centuries to come. Don't look like a villain to me. Adapash snickers gleefully. Why, that's because I'm not one. They just call me that, and for what? Was putting 7,000 slaves on stakes for the rebellion an act of villainy? I had the well-being of others in mind. I gave them a warning so they wouldn't die a horrible death. As for plundering neighbouring kingdoms and beheading my servants, there's no evil in that at all. That's just the daily life of any ruler. I'm prone to fits of temper, yes, but only when there's a good reason. If someone failed me, I'd smite them without mercy, it's true. But such lack of restraint is a part of my power and my talent. Yes, that's just how we Roon Lords of Wrath are. I remember, about 1,000 or so years after I was first thrown in here, a woman by the name of Alaznist came to visit. She was a fierce one too, with my skull off, and took it with her as a trophy. 1,000 years after you were in here. Alaznist. Then she went to Bakrakan, found the one who was the Roon Lord of Wrath at the time. The third one that was after me, executed his wife and 7 children, and made the ruler himself into an undead. She kept whispering to my skull, asking for advice. She really took a shine to me. She was something, that one. Last Roon Lord of Wrath in history, mind you. So I'm not angry with her about the skull. Why would I be? I was reborn for my phylactery anyway. I'm good as new. Where do you keep your phylactery? Alderpish smirked slightly. What a curious question. And what, pray tell, do you need this knowledge for, my dear? Methinks you shouldn't be troubling that clever young head of yours with secrets like that. Let's say you find out where it is. Then what? Say you destroy it. But why would you? We're not enemies. Right. Methinks you shouldn't be troubling that clever young head of yours with secrets like that. Let's say you find out where it is. Then what? Say you destroy it. But why would you? We're not enemies, we're allies. Besides, you couldn't find it if you tried. I'm no buffoon. My phylactery is hidden in a safe place far from here. The typo. Perception check. His soft, harmless chuckle could have fooled many, but you noticed his hand twitching as soon as you mentioned the phylactery. Whoa, perception check 49. 58. Shit. To learn more about your magic research. Oh my dear, I've been keeping busy with all sorts of things over the centuries. I bet you youngsters haven't even heard a whisper about our magic of sin. When Baphomet locked me in here, he wrapped me up in his spells good and tight. The enchantment was so powerful it bound my soul to its very cell. The things I've attempted to circumvent his handiwork, conjuring golems to spread my power beyond the walls of this prison, moving my consciousness into other bodies. So many minds obliterated in that particular effort, and all for naught. And I grew desperate. I whipped up some fanciful undead just to vex Baphomet and lay waste to his jail. Must have slaughtered half the labyrinth, then stopped. It was too much of a hassle. I'm just bragging at this point. For you to understand my discoveries, you'd have to study as by apprentice for an age or two. You know what kind of education mages used to get? Far beyond anything they teach these days. Needless to say, I've hidden my most valuable creations and treasures far from this place so that Baphomet can't get his hands on any of them. The guards assigned to me were so kind as to accept a modest bribe and carry them out of the prison to stow somewhere safe. See the magic knowledge check. His phylactery, however, was not one of them. Your knowledge tells you that Altapash could not have removed his greatest treasure from the prison, as it contains his very soul. Baphomet's magic would make no distinction between the phylactery and the Lich's physical body. So we have a common enemy in Baphomet, then? Indeed. Alas, I haven't had the pleasure of wounding him by my own hand, although I'd dearly love to spill his guts. Yes, I've heard about your feat. Ever since he rushed back to his abyssal realm and locked himself up in his citadel, everyone's been going on and on about you, my dear. What kind of mortal is this that managed to injure our mighty lord? Altapash lowers his voice in a confiding manner. He won't soon forget you. He may be ancient, but he's such a child at heart. He's been the same ever since he was created. All he cares about are his grudges. Asmodeus wounded him. The Mashtu left him. The sky doesn't see him as his equal. Particular refused to bet him. He's a walking collection of scars. His wounds are his essence. So you take heed now. Altapash wags his finger at you. You spring chickens are all so hasty. Wait until your hair goes white, then you'll see how little was actually clear to you in your youth. No. Tell me about the ineluctable prison. Well, what are you interested in, my dear? I know a fair bit. My guards, you see, some of them like coin and some are just afraid of me. So they tell me everything. I listen to their confessions each and every day. That's why I know all about the secret passage to this here maze and a thing or two about the inmates. Altapash perks up and adds in a cheerful voice, Here's a story for you, a fresh one. Believe it or not, lately this place has been having a bit of a pest problem in the form of a Vurok. A sneaky little thing, and nosy too. She flinches any old thing, no matter its value. But goodness, she is dim. She even paid me a visit, thought I was sleeping. He giggles boisterously, looking at the bloodstains in the far corner. I had to Pluck a couple of feathers. How did you end up here? I was betrayed, my dear. Sorcerer, Roon Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me, as she wanted to take my place as the leader and found a source of truly legendary powers. Naturally, I was furious, thought I'd do away with the upstart. To even the odds, I made the deal with Baphomet. I borrowed as part of his might and promised to give him Sorcerer when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild one. The Lord of Beasts came to me and demanded payment when I was just putting my cunning plans into motion. Goes without saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of some Sorcerer. So, under the pretext of me breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. A show of treachery on his part, yes, but what else could you expect from a demon? Demon, Roon Lord of Lust, you say? I'm sure I've known at least 3 ladies of certain morals who use that particular moniker. Did you lot have, by any chance, a Roon Lord of Veracity, or of bibulousness? Of racious revels that keep the whole street awake until the wee hours of the morning? Okay. David. Other specialists have the chuckle of contempt. The slow minds of your generation cannot grasp the higher mystical meaning of sin. Unsurprising, then, that our teachings have degenerated into your primitive system of magic schools. You're asking if we had the magic of veracity, or gluttony to be precise. Of course we had. You call it necromancy. Insatiable hunger, the lust for life force, both your own and another's, the manipulation of corporeal energies. Come to think of it, my words are wasted on you, lover of revels. Not all prisoners are allowed this kind of luxury. Don't be fooled, this is all just Baphomet's idea of a joke. That weasel wants to remind me every day how much I lost when he captured me. He went to the trouble of making my cell look exactly like my chambers in Barakan. My dear, sometimes I could take one look at it and I just... He stops mid-sentence, clenching his fists until they crack. You notice signs of repeated rigorous restoration all around. Looks like Alderpash has had a number of fits of temper over the centuries of imprisonment. See that world knowledge check. You notice that, contrary to what Alderpash has just said, not all of the interior of the cell belongs to the era of the Roon Lords' rule in Thassalon. Far from it. Many items in here came into use at a much later period in history. Mostly those that are implements for the arcane arts. You can clearly tell that Aldapash's phylactery is somewhere within his chambers. Despite his attempts to hide this fact, his concern is understandable after all. If you destroy it, he will lose his immortality. The phylactery could be absolutely anything, any of the furnishings or the trinkets around here. Tell me the history of this place. The ineluctable prison is Baphomet's favourite toy. No matter how much he brags about it, it's not of his making. Back when Baphomet was still a lusty young goat, he was itching to impress his mother and lover Lamashtu. He thought stealing the Prince of Darkness's most treasured scepter was a fantastic idea. Like any other foolish endeavour, it all ended in tears. Asmodeus caught the thief by the horns, gave him a good spanking, burned his cattle brand on Baphomet's forehead, and threw him into the Ivory Labyrinth to rot in darkness and utter rancor. And that's where the Prince of Darkness made his blunder. As my subjects knew well, before imprisoning a thief, one should cut off both their hands. That is the only way to wean them off this awful habit. Baphomet called to his esteemed mother, but Lamashtu refused to save such an embarrassment, and our little goat was left all alone. I don't know what he did to get the demon lord Arish Kagal's attention, but she took a sudden interest in his troubles and gave him a clue about how to escape. Don't go thinking she's some paragon of mercy, however. She's still a demon, and her gift was poisoned. In his attempts to make sense of Arish Kagal's words, our goat drove himself quite insane, which undoubtedly brought his benefactor a great deal of entertainment. Yet he managed to solve her riddle, and once he did, he stole the Ivory Labyrinth and brought it into the abyss. He couldn't leave, you know. Such was Asmodeus' will, but technically he never left. He was still in the maze, a true rascal. Wait, I'm confused. Is he still stuck in this maze then? So how did we meet him in the Coliseum Mines? If he can't leave. The labyrinth became the heart of the realm that he formed in the abyss after his escape. He must have been feeling nostalgic about the good old days. How else could you explain the fact that he turned the seal burned on his brow by Asmodeus into his second personal symbol? I guess the little hornhead misses the good old days when he was tortured on the Prince of Darkness's rack. How do I find my way through the labyrinth then? Well, what do you think demon pathways are for? Demonic pathways are for? Haven't you seen the arcane symbols inscribed all over the place? Those fiendish scribbles are all the portals you need. They tie all the cells together, and the demons hop right through them. If there's a place you need that's of any importance whatsoever, it'll have a magic symbol like that. Who in the prison can help me fight Baphomet? Adapash laughs, baring his strong, large, yellowish teeth. Oh my dear, this dungeon is full of those who wish Baphomet ill. There's a catch though. Most of them are dead as mutton. Not like me, I mean. Properly dead. Their bones are dust, nothing but a ghost left. They're not going anywhere, that's the magic of the ineluctable prison for you. They sit here, all locked up and cry. Oh, how they cry. And when the angel was brought in to be tortured, they all found themselves a cranny to hide in. Take a peek between the stones, you might find someone who can tell you something useful. What sort of business do you have with me, though? Here's the thing. I've grown wary of sitting here and I can't escape. I've tried so many things, every trick in the book. Nothing. Baphomet placed enchantments on me that hold me in the cell and utterly refuse to let me walk out the door. And anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against enemy sorcery, and here I am, languishing in here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape, and make it worth your while? What do you say? What will you do if you get out of here? Alpash says in a nonchalant tone. Well, first I'll get my kingdom back. I'll enslave the populace, conquer my neighbours, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation, build myself an army by taking children from their mothers, and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and lead a quiet existence without bothering anyone. What kind of payment will I get for helping you? I have something that could prove useful to you. Back when I still lived, I was interested in a certain plane called Jandalay. A remarkable place, a chimera of sorts, the graveyard for dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of that plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wringing some of their knowledge from them before they perished. He traces an unfinished rune on the table with his finger. This is part of the rune of Jandalay that offers protection from chaos. A substantial asset in the war with demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom, and I'll teach you and your servants how to inscribe this rune. It won't help you. Licking his tongue, Alderpesh shakes his head disapprovingly. Ah, young people are so quick to judge. I was so close to swearing that the misdeeds I'll commit when I'm free won't affect you. Think about this some more, my dear. No rash decisions now. Have to go. Waves his hand absent-mindedly. Yes, yes, off you go, my dear.
This is simple. I'll see what I can do.
Alderpesh's phylactery. Let's go searching for it. Seems that this liquid metal was what Alderpesh chose as the vessel for his soul. This is destroy Aldepesh's phylactery. I don't trust this dude. They destroy. I don't trust liches. Not after what he just said. Bye bye, dude.
Everyone counts on me.
Rely on me.
Kill him.
Did we find trouble? No.
What have you done?
They did.
What have you done, ruffian?
The light take you.
20 wizards, 5 music.
Into the fray.
Oh, magic on him. Image. Paste. Fear, is he? No need to fear. Let's get him then, guys.
This condition is irrational.
A bright future awaits us.
My tail is restless.
We will win this war.
Don't mind me.
Together we stand.
Everyone counts on me. Our duty calls.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
No reason to pause.
What have you done, ruffian? I'll destroy you for this.
This condition is irrational.
Straight for her.
Vision blurring, legs are shaking, peculiar.
This is not my time yet.
That is Soul Weaver. Keeping Ninny out, Jesus. Those level. Aldapash's skull. The head of the Lich Aldapash, containing knowledge of the ancient secrets of the Roon Lords and their horrific trespasses. The relic. Wrath of the Undead. +5 cloak. 60-foot aura makes all affected enemies. All affected enemies have to pass a will saving throw of 33 or become frightened for 1 minute. 60-foot aura. The saving throw was a success. The enemy becomes shaken for 5 rounds instead. Can it be affected by this aura once? It's all undead allies. Extra hit chance. Against enemies that are feared. Wow, it's good for a Lich. That's really good though, actually. +5 cloak as well.
Rely on me.
She got a +6. I'm gonna put that on her. Holy shit. That's awesome for her, actually. She does intimidation and fighting. It's all about what she does. One less resistance thing, you know.
Thank you for inviting me on this journey. Risking life and limb, facing countless dangers. Perhaps I shouldn't thank you.
Get another dried hand of martyr. And plus all stuff. The hell?
I'm gone.
He's floating now.
You require my unbiased opinion?
You supposed to say then, didn't you? Door. Pass. Level 7. Level 7? Level 4. Can't get anywhere. So bunch up.
Always be ready for the worst.
The road awaits.
I'm always open to ideas. Anything new?
Spell was lost. Spell failure chance 100%. Why? Why was spell failure chance 100%? Oh, because you can't teleport in this area. Oh. Prevents teleportation inside the walls of the ineluctable prison.
Hmm?
Uh,
Yes, what?
Other spells are okay though, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, those elementals look great. Southeast, there's like a door. We need to teleport. Teleport.
I'm gone.
Steven heard us.
Follow my steps.
Who are you? Still like obelisk though. Do they have an inheritor fight? I still don't know these puzzles though. Oh, I'm just gonna look them up. Pathfinder, Restoration, puzzle in electrical prison. Down. Two, three, five, six. 0356. Where do you get that from? 03. Here. First I was empty, now it's filled with 3 things. How do you get 5 and 6? Besides 5 rays, the 6th is I. I was combining those two, 0356. That puzzle is saying 5, numbers 5 and 6. I think overthinking this. Not saying 0 and 3. Those 2 puzzles. It's from that. Okay. Five dinosaur bones, 3 diamonds. Right.
Let us be careful.
The last one is here. Where is it? Which one? That bloody here. Get that. 4315. 4365. Where did I get this from? Look at where I got these numbers from now. Then I got 1. If you've been 65.
I will help where I can.
Deadly rays, armor. +4 inside bonus on ranged touch attack rolls, spell armor rolls. 0 spell armor, arcane spell failure checks. That's a Venenio. Hey, awesome.
We will win.
And that's a
this
mask for
war.
Nino. Yeah, this is all for Nino. I am the question. Oh god. Okay then, let's do this. That's it then.
Let us bide our time.
Some more angels.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Let's head out.
I just have to fight him. Lost his heart. The tall shadows shift towards you slightly. You see a familiar form, the familiar golden armor. But how much has it changed? Malevolent glow streams from the pierced breastplate and cracked helmet, but the change goes much deeper than that. All signs of life and emotion have been drained from the hand of the inheritor. His movements are sharp and precise, mechanical. The gestures impersonal and hollow, as is his voice. Commander, kneel. I have been waiting for you. The Lord of the Labyrinth has revealed his plan to me. Demonic wings now? The former herald of Iomedae speaks in a monotone, as if he is commenting on the weather. He used me to open portals to your lands. He said my soul reached out to you. I do not know why. Out of vengeance or as a plea for help, or perhaps merely out of habit. The Baphomet told me you would come for me, and that he would prevail either way. Whether I destroy you or you destroy me, former allies tearing each other to shreds can only benefit him. Avery opens her eyes wide and sniffles. Oh no, poor Mr. Angel. Nenio, curious, most curious indeed. What's that black liquid that's oozing out of you? Blood? Unlikely. Hold on now, don't move, I need to take a sample. In swift motion, Nenio catches a drop of the slimy fluid seeping out of the holes in the hand's armor with the tip of her finger, sniffs it, and then suddenly licks it clean. Definitely not blood. Phlegm? Sap? Ectoplasm? It's closest to sap. Hypotheses. Some angels are of plant origin. Nan, keep this up and you'll become the architect of the wound in your own stomach. Nenio. What's Baphomet done to you? He killed me without letting me die. The echo of Discara gave him some suggestions on how to sustain me and how to use me further. Oh dear, that Baphomet is one crafty thief. He snatched a labyrinth from Asmodeus and a herald from Iomedae. He'll be swiping through Asba's throne next, at this rate. Nenio, this behaviour is more characteristic of magpies than of goats. Note yourself. Next time I see Baphomet, carefully examine him for any signs of a beak or feathers. I'll give you your heart back. Strange, I can feel it aching. But it does not matter. I cannot give in to the pain. It has been determined that I will battle you, and that is what I will do. Everything has been leading to this. The inevitable hour has come. You gain the hand of the inheritor's trust not only by allegedly being the chosen one, but also by your actions.
They will break against our
I have to fight him. Oh god. Good outsider. Magic. Devourer. We need to destroy that. Everyone can hit him. Nothing else preventing us from hitting him though. Wings, but that's permanent. Proper permanent, it's not a magical buff. Labyrinth Minotaur. Champion of Baphomet. Oh, they're spellcasters. They're casting spells. Okay. Oh yes. And
Cover me, all right?
Oh wait. Tank him, you guys get them.
This will leave a bruise.
Instruction 316. And an inherited can cast destruction.
Just die already.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
You are strong, but here in my realm, my power knows no bounds. I would have only to will your victory into nothingness, and it would be done. Minion, be filled with my power and kill the interloper, and I will let you take his heart as I took yours. Damn, he keeps doing that dispel magic thing. Nothing yet.
Retreat.
Stun.
No.
You got new buffs as well. Became a barbarian now though. Not that before. Gained a few new things. So there's no haste or blur or anything, or just few images. So keep seconding.
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
What with him? He's clearly stunned. Fear. He's not moving.
Tactical retreat. No.
Stunned. Can he move? Hampering injury. What he does to them. Why can't he move? feared, that's why.
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough. Tactical retreat. No.
Did you
I
see
can't
that?
die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
Why is it still not moving? Like, feared again. Understand. I realize you could do a fear aura. What's he doing? Fiend totem. Attacks causing fear? Who would say that? What's happening to a warship? I don't get it. Attacks are causing fear constantly. Say that. Corrigan smash. When you damage the opponent with a power attack, so that you've got Corrigan smash. Okay. Persuasion, intimidate check. To demoralize, then the barbarian, yeah. Tireless rage, great rage, mighty rage. Walk a while too. Get him, guys. And more powerful lightning attack.
Tactical retreat. No.
This is just still attacking Woljef. How many charges have I got left? These are all my daily charges. 18 left, life bonding friendship. Can be hit. I think allies can be hit like 30 times. Share between them like per day. And then they do die.
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
Keep my allies going for another 30 hits.
Tactical retreat. No. I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
Immune fire. I can get some immune fire.
Tactical retreat. No.
Wait, is he regenning? What? Not regen. He's getting 25 health there. Die. My Azata abilities went out. Uh-oh. Here comes the pain.
This will leave a bruise.
Her last stand now active for 11 seconds. She's getting her so quickly. What the hell?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Oh god. There's health beacon on him. Okay.
This one needs bruised.
Fireman. I have to do a bargain anyway now. No, I don't want to do that now. Get more summons out with my specialty. You see let the summons out, and then let's just give Nenio sending them 5, shall we? Let's do it.
Anything new?
And then let's get mythic feet. Defeat greater elemental focus or something. Other normal feats are we doing? Shoot an acid. Ooh. Wisdom. Should an element of focus acid. Oh well.
Everyone counts on me.
Lanny's out in range. So Axamite, I guess. Lanny's and Axamites do like lightning. The element of the heavens. Fire, 5 more demons, 1 lightning. Holy magic.
We will win this war. Together we stand.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
That on ground.
A bright future awaits us.
Mind spells.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Look at the offensive spell. Volcanic stone. Read the control card. Just do that now and then, yeah. Wolgift's turn to We remove hex. Is that a curse? Rather than magic. Spell magic work. Disable once. Game. Oh, so he still stays.
The wrong mongrel.
I'm all right.
Put in wood. What's that thing? Me, I can't even move. I can move again because that's too phasing. I can't see him apparently. What the fuck? Oh, so dumb. You can't see him when he gets closer. All the cracks in the level now. Just gotta go get closer. Like, why are we over there? Someone say first. I went over here. I went to follow. Someone more there, but they won't fucking follow.
We should prepare.
What's the arm? Where'd you go? Oh, back here. Okay, that's fine. Just hold your position. Dog and who did go around and assassinate those people. Angels will distract him. Someone's first. Piece of fatigue. What? Who's this? Why do they all say that? They're all slowed. That's so strong. That's just me. I'm moving really fast still. Die already. What are you saying now? Over here a little bit. Someone's out. Shit, they're coming. Me now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, something changed with the angel, okay. That went invisible. Nice. Just attack. Why? Already lost control of her. He's fighting. We did immunity to mind spells. Oh, he just dispelled it. Ah. Shit.
This will leave a bruise.
Unless someone was just standing there. I can't control her because she gets stunned like that.
I'm alright. I'm alright. This will leave a bruise.
controller. It's bullshit. Yeah.
I'm
Even
alright.
Shield of Lord protects against all mind affecting spells and effects. But this ability just bypasses that. Intimidate check. Difficulty. Intimidation 58. Jesus. I want to attack. Oh yes, dudes. I'm controller just bullshit. Stunning bullshit.
This will leave a bruise. I'm alright.
Now, we're just stunned. As soon as he hits you, you just become totally stunned. And you can't get away from him. It's bullshit. Are you supposed to... Immunity to mind effects don't even do anything against you. I'll just go... That is absolute bull. You can't get hit by him once, but it's done. I stunned him or something. Former angel falls to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless, apathetic. One who has no heart knows no pain. The end is near, as expected. Give the hand of the inheritor his heart back. No more. I'll bring you back to life. The heartbeat in your hand grows stronger as you bring the heart closer to his chest. A beat, another, then another, and then miraculously it rushes toward the broken breastplate, breastplate and takes its rightful place within the chest of the hand of the inheritor. So where it disappears into his chest plate. What is this? Why does it hurt so much? Why? He sounds shocked. I know why. My own betrayal is tearing at my heart. Champion, my true friend. Is it really you standing before me? Can it be that you have restored life to the one who doubted you in the darkest hour? But why? I deserve no forgiveness. You are forgiven, Hand. Let's forget all this. His voice trembles. You forgive me, even though I treated you harshly. But I cannot forgive myself. I let a Lord of the Abyss turn me into a tool for evil, and I will not easily rid myself of this shame. I cannot return to my lady now. I must go into exile, to purge my soul of sorrow, doubt, misery, and uncertainty. I have sunk too low. I am too lost. But thanks to you, I have a chance of finding the path of truth again someday. Farewell, champion. May the gods' grace shine upon you. The gates to heaven open up. He just stairs to heaven. Just walks up them. What the fuck? He gave me his shield. Assertion of dominance. What's this? Immunity to slashing and piercing damage when you're at full health. Whoa.
I will help where I can.
Bit less armor. Immunity to slashing and piercing. Still vulnerable. Still. That's insane, that shield. It's +7 armor as well. Holy shit. It's a whoa, concealer. It's way better. Smaller shield. He gave me a shield. Damn, buddy. Slashing and piercing. What types are there? Slashing, piercing, bludgeoning. Slash with a sword. Pierce with a dagger or a spear. Bludgeoning with a blunt weapon. What else? Different weapons. Any others? There's animals. There's bludgeoning. That's bullshit. Keep her at full health. She's just invulnerable. Whoa. Just hammers. Clubs and I think they're the 3 main types. I don't think there are any of them. Dog's attack is treated as all the slashing, piercing and bludgeoning at the same time. Oh my god, that's bullshit.
I shall not fail.
Rules are made
Healer.
to be broken.
Keeps it at full health all the time.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Healed as well. Oh my god. Dude, angel buddy. Wow. Shield is epic.
Follow my steps.
Time for you to die, Baphomet. Squeeze in a few more hours. That's it. We left. Complete the quest. Save the hand of the inheritor. Buddy. What a birdie. Nice. Rank up. Diplomacy done. Report. The negotiations ended in disaster. After a long and futile attempt, the representatives of the Wary drew their weapons. In the bloody skirmish that ensued, the commander's opponents were slain, and thus the army's obedience was restored. But the victory cost the Crusaders dearly. Oh my god. Commander's plan succeeded. Wait, what? Wait. What was that about the Wary? No, that's... We didn't do negotiation with them in the end. We cancelled that, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, the commander's plan succeeded. Surrounded by loyalists, the Wary mutineers quickly drained their stores of provisions and water. Their only option was to break through the cordon through violence, but the conspirators could not bring themselves to order their forces to start killing the Crusaders first. Soon, the soldiers lost their nerve and turned in the instigators. Nice. Usually wants to talk. Yeah, I need to pick that, so... Let's fight again with these. I'm not going to have soldiers there, really. Save and try this triumph to get rid of this army. Fucking hell, I can't do this in the soldier apparently. She has no infirmary. What's the bloody problem with this? I need a quick lower line this. Let's get rid of the axe throwers and then forget it. She has no infirmary whatsoever. I don't get why. I went to my main army is over here, man. Why I was using as assassins? So expensive. 1,100 each. And she's got no infirmary whatsoever. I don't know why. So weird. My main army is through them, obliterate them. Okay, then we shall head for this place. Where that is. For this bastard. Faster, you couldn't. Outpost can be expanded. Hand of Retribution. A follower of the goddess Milani has arrived in Dresden in secret and committed a murder. His victim was an officer from Galt who had run from the revolution. Next to the body, they found a note that read, "Everyone will pay," and a list of future victims that included several other officers. They deny being involved in anything. Galt, a nation of free thinkers and radicals renowned for brilliant poets, artists and philosophers, whose ideas shaped the politics of the whole of Avestan. Galt was once a vassal nation of Cheliax. After the death of Varadin and the rise of the House Thune of of House Throon in Chiliax, the people of Gold decided to throw off their foreign rulers with their own nobles who had colluded with them. The executions did not end the bloodshed within 5 years, the severed heads of the ministers of the first government rolled down the steps of the guillotine. In the 40 years since, over a dozen governments have ruled Gold, rising and falling like the waves of a stormy sea. Germany revolution. Free thinkers and radicals. Once part of Chiliax tried to break away. So there's a lot of corruption, there's revolutions constantly. Government keep trying to seize control. The vigilante is chaotic. Gain diplomacy. Lawful, catch the murderer. Path of the devil. Accuse Gold and demand compensation. Locks the grievance against Gold decree. 7,500 finance. 7,500 diplomacy. 300 materials. Out of diplomacy, are those things available? Leadership, diplomacy. We need both, like, so that's me level 8. I need more leadership. Catch the murderer, yeah. The guards tracked down and seized the murderer. The follower of Milani was publicly punished, for only the commander can dispense justice within the crusade, and no one has the right to lay a finger on his soldiers without an order. I'm the only one who's allowed to punish my soldiers. New mercenaries? No? No. Oh, two bear them. Small guild. This is over here. I'm for us in the demon army. Right. City in the wasteland. Let me stop here though. The ruins of a big city. It is not known how it came to be here, in the middle of the wasteland. Judging by old Sarkorian maps, neither a settlement nor even a tiny village has ever been built here. Oh, it is a warm sunny day in the Ruined. Perhaps too warm and sunny. The Sarkorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wastelands, leaving the commander with the taste of ash and sulphur in his mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on him unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat in the Ruined. The only sign of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. Their chittering noises sound like harsh, rasping laughter. The heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the walls of a city rising up a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sarkorian city? A demonic trap? Or just a trick of the mind? The walls look real. Perhaps they are only a mirage. The commander realizes that it's impossible to tell from this distance, so he decides to explore the mysterious city. The walls are particularly buried in red sand, and as the commander draws closer, he realizes that this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of a Sarkorian settlement. The buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see Vescivores perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. The husks of their dead kin crunch beneath the commander's feet with every step. The commander notices rotten wooden pillars covered in faded Sarkorian runes. The tops of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like long wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seem to be a signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroads. The passage of time has worn away all but 3 words on this signpost: square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to try and identify the city using his knowledge of Sarkorian history. Succeeded. Then he looks around and recognizes the surrounding streets. She has seen them depicted on some ancient maps. The drawings on the walls depict horses and herds of sheep, offering further confirmation of the commander's theory. This is Domora, a city of herdsmen that was lost a long time ago. The commander recognizes the majestic temple of Gozra that towers over the other buildings. Gozra, the god of the storm and sky, of waves and surf. God of the oceans, storms. This temple used to be a local landmark and attracted countless pilgrims. The underground aqueducts built under the temple supplied the city with drinking water sourced from a lake that has long since dried up. The commander is sure that this is Domora, but its appearance here is inexplicable. The city of Domora was located far away, on the western border of ancient Sarkoris. However, there are many strange phenomena and anomalies in the world wound. This must simply be one of them. Oh, that's what they look like, these bug things. Holy shit, it's quite big. Search for the Vescivore Queen. Lan examines the houses closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the houses have been damaged or destroyed, and all that is left on the roofs are a few wooden beams. When the commander turns his attention to the insects, he notices that all the Vescivores seem to be flying in a single direction, toward the city square. Should we go there straight away or last? Probably last. Go to Gem Street. Gem Street was once full of gambling dens, brothels and seedy taverns. Now all that remains are empty buildings and open doors that lead down into darkness. However, this does not seem to bother the local residents. Creatures of all different races stand beneath the remaining street signs. They sway from side to side and occasionally shout things out, as though they are trying to lure in customers. There are some demons scattered among them, but they do not seem interested in attacking. A diverse crowd of customers stagger through the street. Every once in a while, one of them will walk into a ruined building, stand amidst the rubble for several minutes, and then rejoin the activity outside. A demon with his jaw torn off approaches the commander. A buzzing voice speaks a single word through the hole in his skull. Pleasures. The commander decides to Right, Gem Street continues to operate like a puppet show in a theatre, but no more puppets dare approach the commander. The commander decides to ask the dead demon what kind of pleasures this place can provide. The demon doesn't answer. The buzzing, squirming Vescivores gather in the dark recesses of its empty eye sockets. The movement is hypnotizing and the commander involuntarily takes a step closer. Succeeded in mind check. By sheer force of will, the commander manages to shake off the trance and step back. The demon does not move. He stands in place like a mindless puppet and continues to repeat a single word. Pleasures. Gem Street continues to operate like a puppet show in a theatre. All that remains is to turn around and go back. So returning to the crossroads, the commander decides to go to the marketplace. As the commander moves further into the city, he hears a hum of voices and the sounds of conversation coming from the marketplace. It seems the city is still inhabited. The commander heads toward the market square and sees creatures of all races trading with one another. Demons and other creatures scurry around between the stalls in the sun-baked square. The hot wind carries with it the foul stench of rotting flesh. As the commander gets closer, he realizes that the customers and vendors are only pretending to trade. They move around aimlessly, occasionally shouting out incomprehensible nonsense. Many of them are missing limbs, and a few are even headless. They pick up pieces of rotting flesh from stools piled high with body parts. Some of them try to attach these putrid limbs to their bodies, while others stuff the rancid flesh in their mouths. Horses with lolling tongues roam through the crowd. A headless crusader staggers toward the commander. One of his hands is missing, and a stick has been shoved in its place. He holds out a basket of rotten apples. A buzzing voice from the empty hole in his breastplate utters the words, "Marketplace, buy, move along." Commander decides to take an apple. Amused by the odd behavior of the dead man, the commander takes an apple from the basket. However, the corpse refuses to leave. Instead, the crusader grabs the commander's hand with such force he nearly yanks the commander's arm from his shoulder. "Pay the market price," whispers the buzzing voice from within the armor. Lash out at the dead man. The commander lashes out at the dead man and sends him flying. There's a wet, squelching sound as the crusader releases the commander's hand and lands on the ground a dozen feet away. The corpse gets back to his feet and staggers away as if nothing happened. As the commander moves further into the city, he hears the hum of voices. Oh wait, what? Commander decides to turn around and go back. Burn the place to the ground. The commander sets the city ablaze, but he makes sure that no harm comes to the Temple of Gosra at its center. No one tries to extinguish the fire. The Vescivores leave their shelters of flesh behind and fly away in all directions. The rotting corpses turn to ash, and the walls are covered in soot. As the roaring inferno subsides, the crackling of the flames is replaced by another sound, the sound of running water. Streams of clear water flow out from beneath the door of Gosra's temple and cascade down the entrance steps. The underground stream that has bubbled up to the surface signals the return of the deity who once presided here. The commander feels the touch of Gosra's blessing. A gust of fresh air gently caresses the commander's face. The Mora has been freed. The city is no longer a Vescivore trap. Blessing of the god Gosra. save that and just try going straight to the Vescovor Queen? What happens? It didn't give me the option after I said no. God, Gosra, light, thanking me, burning the city to the ground. Go to the square. The winding street that leads to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them only have 3 walls and others are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more Vescovors flying around and the air is filled with a strange acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gosra's temple swing open. A woman emerges through them and begins to limp towards the commander. She is stripped to the waist and it looks as though insects are squirming beneath her skin. Livor mortis has discoloured her withered, shriveled flesh, turning it into a blotchy purple colour. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words come out in a low buzz that is neither masculine nor feminine. Verbovezer welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The moon falls silent and then collapses to the ground. A small swarm of Vescovors flies out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for him to follow them. The commander decides to follow the swarm. The swarm flies through the air and hindered by the obstacles on the ground. The commander has to climb over debris and walk through partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down to a blissfully cool, dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for a person to fit through. The commander decides to widen the hole. Try to widen the hole. Succeeded. Neil makes the hole larger by knocking out a few loose stones from the surrounding masonry. The hole is now wide enough for him to fit through safely. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, but the chittering of the Vescovors becomes even more intense. The commander finds himself in a labyrinth of underground passages. These are obviously not natural caverns. Although the stonework of the underground aqueduct, quite a rarity for Sarkoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming Vescovors. The walls, the ceiling, and the floors squirm and move like the bowels of a living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and this passage is growing smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly and the commander finds himself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost in impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower. It is impossible to know for sure without a map of the city's underground dark passages. The well is filled with the sound of buzzing Vescovors and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from the darkness. The smell reminds him of the sweet caramel sold at Cannabis' city festival. Memories of that day come flooding back. For a moment the commander feels as though he is back in the town square, as if in answer to his thoughts, the giant figure of Discari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly a crossbow bolt pierces the demon lord, and the figure dissipates into thousands of swarming Vescovors. Both Discari and the bolt were formed out of insects. More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke fill the skies during the battle for Dresden, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment, and then vanish. It's as if some unknown creatures try to see into the commander's mind and access his memories. Yet the creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it is seeking the commander's permission. The commander decides that it's time to allow the hive mind of the Vescivores into his consciousness. The commander allows the swarm to enter his mind and suddenly has a vision that feels so real it's almost like a memory. The commander is standing in Dresden, or is it Canabris, or maybe even Nerosian? In the vision he's watching the sunset over the city of Dresden. Over the city, a priest of some unknown deity approaches the commander. The priest, the commander isn't sure if it is a man or a woman, has no face. There's only a mouth where the face should be, and when the mouth speaks, its words sound like the buzzing of thousands of insects. We are Verbezor. Verbezor has heard about the one who defeated the mighty demon lords. It harbors a special hatred toward Descari, and would like to know more about his weaknesses. It wishes to fight this demon lord and defeat him. The commander asks who Verbezor is and where it's from. The answer does not come immediately. Then the commander sees the purple skies of the abyss cover the city of Dresden. Or is it Canabris or Nerosian? Verbezor has spent years gnawing the flesh of fallen demon lords, but now a man from Domora, the city of great herds, has summoned it to fight the barbarians. A pathetic bunch of mortal thugs. Verbezor crawls up from the depths, and when the mortal fool opens the way into Galarian, Verbezor flies up and devours the city it was summoned to defend. It leaves behind a hollow shell, a city of empty streets and silent buildings. The city walls will lure passing travelers into a deadly trap. Wow, so some priest a man from Domora summoned this dude, this demon, to kill the barbarians. The silence is not what the swarm craves. There's no life, no thought in the silence. Verbezor wants to understand everything. It wants to comprehend Galarian, to make it a part of itself. It wants to become Galarian, just as it has become this city. It wants to incorporate all of Galarian's essence, all of its life into itself. But there are some obstacles. There are those who wish to plunge Galarian into oblivion. Verbezor hates Descari. It hates Baphomet. They must be destroyed. In the commander's vision, the sound of cicadas fills the air as the sun sinks below the horizon. They grow louder and more impatient, echoing the noise of the agitated Vescivores in the well. The commander tries to focus. Agrees to tell Verbezor about his encounters with Descari and Baphomet and their servants, or agrees to tell him about his encounters but keeps some of the key details secret. Succeeded. Day passes into night and then night becomes day. Verbezor thanks the commander politely for telling the truth and promises to help the commander in battle if he continues to be a good ally. Verbezor assures the commander that he will remember his scent and come when needed. The commander chooses to either accept the swarm's help or reject the swarm's offer. Evil to accept his help. Oh, that would have been cool. Reject his swarm's offer. Commander gave the swarm the information it wanted. The Vescivores will not stand in his way. The swarm bids the commander farewell and flies back down the well. The commander is free to leave. To being in the cool air underground, the heat outside feels even more unbearable. The sightless eyes of the city's residents are fixed on the commander. When the commander glances around at these silent onlookers, he feels an overwhelming desire to burn his place to the ground as well. Oh, but the god didn't do anything this time though. Did he like try to drown all the insects down in the aqueducts then? If you go the other route. Okay. Yeah. Burn place to the ground except his temple. Let's do that, and then the blessing of Gozra. Team, thank you. We'll stop there. God, Gozra, God of storms and winds.